Well, have you ever wondered just how some music teachers are so full of joy? They're just joyful. Their life, their teaching, their attitude, everything is just filled with joy. So what is their secret? Well, today you're going to find out in today's Ultimate Music Teachers Interview. I'm your host, Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory, and my special guest today is Caroline Joy Quinn. So welcome, Caroline Joy.
Oh, Gloria, it's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Well, I am so excited to share the secret. I'm assuming the secret is your name has joy and you exude joy. And not only do you exude joy, but you've named your music studio Joyful Sound. So tell us about your music studio and whereabouts you are in the world.
So I'm Caroline Quinn and I live in Seattle, Washington. And I've been teaching for many, many years and I love teaching. It is one of the biggest parts of my heart. And I'm so grateful to be a piano teacher. And I have taught many, many students over the years. And over the years, I have developed my own style, listening to my students and figuring out what they want. What are their passions? What music will they connect to? And I've had great success. When I listen, I've been able to really, really tap into what makes them light up. And although I grew up with a very, very classical structured program, now my students are playing the songs that they love. And they stay with me a long time, and we have a great time together.
Well, that's why you're so joyful. And Caroline, I'm absolutely thrilled to have you inside of our UMTC Elite Educator Program. Can you tell us a little bit about where your music business was before you joined the UMTC Elite Educator Program?
I'm happy to. I was a successful music teacher. I was doing okay financially and had some wonderful, wonderful gains. What I didn't have was community. I didn't have community. I felt very alone. And it is just such a gift to belong to a loving, supportive community that understands me. I'm not in a world with a lot of other musicians. And so to be a part of a community that understands me, hears my heart, and appreciates the work that I do, and to be a part of a community where I can learn from others who have a similar passion has been an unexpected blessing for me.
And Caroline, when you talk about that community, I think it's so important. Inside the Elite Educator Program, we have accountability partners. And I remember, back in the day when I was, just teaching as well. And just that isolation, like we have our friends and we have our family, but they don't really get that emotional thing that we go, because we become so connected to our students. And if we don't have somewhere to, find a community, because it's not just about all the resources and all of the learning opportunities, but it's really about the family where you can kind of go, okay, I have a question and there's so much support there. And was there something in particular that you were looking for to maybe help you build confidence just in your teaching as we talk about professional development?
Yes. I would say that if there was a gap at all, and there's always room for improvement, it was my lack of confidence in teaching theory. Mm-hmm. And I think I did not have a fun, engaging teacher teaching me theory when I was growing up, so I didn't even know such a thing existed. And it does. It does. And I am just about finished the advanced part of the UMTC theory course. I'm hoping to do it this weekend. Yay! And then I will now have the confidence to start my own theory club. And I see such an importance in that, but I didn't want to have my students have a negative experience. I wanted to know how to teach it in a fun and interesting way. And as I've gone through the course, I have learned so many memory joggers and fun ways to get concepts across. I've learned so much about teaching styles. We learn about, looking at the children through different eyes. Are they visual? Are they auditory? Are they kinesthetic? Knowing that and understanding those different styles is going to bring my teaching to an even higher level. And I'm grateful.
Absolutely. And I'm really proud of you for taking that step. Inside the UMTC Elite Educator Program, it also includes the Ultimate Music Theory certification course for teachers, which really gives you those tools. And as you said, Caroline, the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, NLP training, neuro-linguistic programming. How do we connect and communicate with students? One of the things that I found when I was a young teacher, I didn't even like teaching theory. I know it's hard to believe because I've written over 50 books, but all about music theory, but I just didn't feel that confidence or just that I could comfortably teach that. And it's why we created the program. And I'm just thrilled that you're enjoying going through the certification course. And so it's really two components. It's learning how to teach effectively and profitably. And then also, how can we run our business and build on this community? So how did the UMTC Elite Educator Program help you in taking that next step in growing your business?
Oh, I don't think there's enough time on this interview to tell you all the ways it did help me. So when you join the UMTC community, you are going to receive personal coaching as well as professional coaching, and they are so interrelated. If you have wrinkles in your personal life, they are going to spread over into your personal life. So a story, when I first started with Glory, we had an exercise where we had to name ourselves. And at that point in time, I was insecure Irene. Well, I'm so grateful to be able to tell you now that I am now Amazing Annie, and I am having fun in this community, and it has given me more confidence that has spread out into other areas of my life, and that's the dream. I'm living my dream, so I'm so grateful.
I love it when I remember you signing your emails one way and now you just go, oh, it's Amazing Annie. And, I walk the walk with you. When I first began my journey, I was Nervous Nelly. That was me. But now I'm Glory the Gladiator. Like, I'm fearless. And if we can't be fearless and take the step to continue learning like our students do, then I don't think we're serving them at the highest level. I'm constantly signing up for courses because I invest in myself. And I always say, where is the power? It's not just in the knowledge, but it's in the implementation steps, the action steps that we take to grow. And speaking of growing, we have been talking about the music teaching business, but you, my sweet Caroline Joy, are also an international best-selling author in not just one, but two of the Power of Why Musicians series books. In the Power of Why, 23 musicians crafted a course, and in the Power of Why, 25 musicians composed a legacy. And, if you're listening and watching right now, make sure you go out and check out the Power of Why Musicians series. They hit international #1 in not just 1, 2, or 3, but 4 countries, multiple categories. And I'm so honored, and I want to say congratulations. So Caroline, tell us, how did you feel about writing your chapters?
Well, first of all, I need to say that 6 months ago, when I signed up for the program, I just had no idea the doors would open. And Glory is the real thing. She has been an unexpected blessing in my life just when I needed it most. And one of the things I've always wanted to do was to write about my music ideas and my experiences, because they have been good experiences and I wanted to share them. And being a part of these 2 books was probably one of the most exciting things one of the most exciting achievements I've ever had. So I'm so grateful. Writing the books was empowering. Writing the books was a very blessed experience for me, because I was able to stop and really go through so many students that I've had over the years, so many approaches that I've used, so many successes that I've had. Of course, there's failures. There's always failures, but there's many more successes than failures. And writing it all out and realizing I did have a course that works really, really well. And music has always been my therapy. Music has always brought me joy. I've had some wrinkles. We all have wrinkles. And I would have to say my faith and my music are my sustainers. And they have brought me to a higher place and breathed hope into places where it was rather sad for a while. And now I'm shining again. And I'm shining again, sharing my story in the books, and I'm shining again, just being a stronger teacher with even more expertise and more clarity as to where I was and now where I'm going. And it was such a pleasure to share my story. It's a story of grace and redemption and miracles through music. And so it's just been a pleasure to see my work recognized, and I hope it blesses many people as they hear those stories.
Yes. And I'm so grateful that you took the time to write your stories, Caroline. Thank you, because it does bring joy. And the reason I put together the Power of Why Musicians series as an anthology is because there's authors from all over the world that have contributed chapters to the Power of Why Musicians series, because we all come from different areas. We've all had personal struggles in one way or another. And as you read Caroline's story, I'm sure you're going to go, oh, that kind of happened to me. And I encourage people to, even if you don't publish your story, but sometimes it's nice to just write it out, because you really take time to reflect on where you've come from and why do you do what you do? Why are you a musician? Why are you a music educator? Why are you a composer? Like, if you don't know your why, then is it something you're really passionate about?
Yes.
I think it's empowering. And I loved your story. I was like, it was really emotional for me to read that. So thank you for sharing it. So what's coming up next for you in your life goals, Caroline Joy?
Well, in my life goals, I've been encouraged in our weekly coaching calls to start writing them down and figuring out how we're going to make it happen. So we're learning how to make personal goals and also professional goals, and ways to have massive results, and through planning and through accountability and through amazing coaching. And that's done by Glory. So my life goal for my music right now is to become a little bit more confident in some of the areas like jazz, and maybe even take my composing to a higher level, maybe look at well, this is a dream. I don't know when this will happen, but maybe even writing a film score someday. I would love to do that. I think that would be really, really fun. But I think that I'm just beginning to see all the possibilities, having this new community, connecting with people, being inspired by other people's work. I'm pretty excited to see where this is going to go. And one of my favorite sayings in the entire world is, the best is yet to come. And I'm in this incredible community that wants to change the world for the better through the amazing power of music. And it's just a joy to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you're also getting ready to plan some theory club classes this fall. Yes. And how have you started that process yet, or is that still in the planning?
So I'll be really honest with you. This weekend, I am finishing up my final exam. So once I finish my final exam, I will feel very confident to start teaching. I didn't want to start teaching until I had gone through the course myself.
Yes.
Because I want to know what the children are going to be going through too. And so the great thing about starting out a theory club class is the resources are already there. Mm-hmm. On the site. I don't have to recreate myself. I don't have to go and get it all done. The resources are there. And that's half the battle, knowing where to go to get the resources, knowing where to go to hear about other people's experiences and to get their tips and their strategies. So I feel like it's just a matter now of finishing the test and sending out my letters, and I'm going to go for it. It's a little scary, but I'm ready. I'm going for it. I've got all the resources I need to make it happen.
Yes. And you do. I mean, inside the Elite Educator Program, you've got your marketing materials. Inside the certification course, you've got the how to teach, and then you already have your why. And we talk a lot about that in the coaching calls. And it's just wonderful. One of the things that I always love about seeing you in the coaching calls, Caroline, is that you have this wonderful joy about you. Your smile, you just exude happiness, and it's infectious. When we think about, our circle, our community, community. And if we hang around with people that are smarter than us, they're more productive than we are, we tend to grow and say, well, I want that, But if we hang around with people that are just always complaining, oh, this is a problem and this is a problem and I can't do that, we tend to go down the hill. And so it really is wonderful to always see your smiling face in the coaching calls. And I'm like, let's just have fun. Life is short sometimes, and we just need to, to be joyful, as you have said today. And so how was maybe your UMTC Elite Educator Program? How has it changed maybe how you're thinking about things as a business?
Well, I have heard from other people how they've been able to really do well with the theory club classes. So I'm going to try that. I already believe that I'm a good teacher, so I do already charge a lot.
Good.
And thankfully, people continue to pay.
Yay.
So I'm going to add this piece of the theory club class, and I think it'll just round out everything. My kids know how to compose. They definitely know the circle of fifths and their chords and their scales, but I think to be able to just take it to the next level is going to make me an even better teacher. And I wanted to feel more confident about teaching theory, and now I do. So it only took me 4 months to do the program. It's very, very well done. The sessions are very well paced and very easy to understand, and build on each other. And the other thing is, it's a step-by-step method. And so, it's just all makes sense. You learn about the scales, then you go on to the chords, and then you go on to scoring, and it just all makes sense. And some of it was a review for me, and some of it was new. So I'm feeling more equipped than ever to be able to add this new dimension into my teaching.
And I'm so excited for you. And I think one of the things that comes out of the UMTC Elite Educator Program is that it is, as you said, Caroline, it's a community. And through the UMTC Elite Educator Program, because we've met and you're part of our coaching program, and I invited you to be, to be an author in our books, like we just never know where that connection can take us. And just before we started recording our call today, we just talked about what other connections can we make. Oh, I know so-and-so and they have this. So it's just key for musicians and music educators to come together, to network, to learn from each other. You don't have to do it all by yourself. It's why I created the program to begin with. And I guess in just kind of wrapping things up for us today, Caroline, what was your biggest takeaway in the UMTC Elite Educator Program?
My biggest takeaway, I guess, would be that it is such a gift to be with people who are like-minded and share the same passions that I do. It's really, I don't feel alone anymore. Mm-hmm. I was sort of on my little island. I didn't have time to get down to the local chapter meetings, and I didn't really have their same passions. So, but now, now I have found exactly what I need. I'm going to be a more rounded teacher. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be a better piano teacher. I'm going to be a better businesswoman. Learning about marketing is a part that I had not put in place. I've never done marketing. It's always just been word of mouth. And so now I have all the templates and everything to even take my business to the next level. And so that part of it has been amazing. But just the community, I would say the community, especially during these this last past year, the isolation that people are experiencing has been overwhelming. And I have not felt isolated. I have jumped on these calls. I have jumped on master classes. I have jumped on whatever there is to jump on, and I have connected. And I have been a part of an amazing community. And so that has been the greatest blessing. It really has.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Caroline. And I know I said, what would you say to someone if you could chat with someone who says, well, I'm not sure. Do you think I should do it? And your words were?
Jump right in.
Yeah.
Just like the Nike saying, just do it. Now, to be very, very honest, I did think about it because I'm pretty careful about where I put my energies. I took 2 days, and if I had it to do again, I would just jump right in. I wouldn't even think twice about it. The blessings have been great. The investment is worth its weight in gold. Don't think twice about it. If you want anyone to talk to about it, please feel free to call me, reach out to me. I will tell you, I was a newbie about 6 months ago, so I know what it's like to be the new girl on the block. Yes. I'm not a newbie anymore, so I can help you and encourage you and connect you with anything that you need. So please, please, please jump in. It will transform your teaching, and it will transform your life.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Caroline Joy, for sharing your story of joy. You always inspire me. And I look forward to continuing to see you inside the UMTC Elite Educator Program and our coaching calls. And here's to your continued success. And as we always say, teach with passion. Mwah. Have a great day, Caroline. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.